It's okay to desire a wealthy spouse. It's even better to marry one. But what if life decides to happen to you differently? To our returning subscribers, we say thank you so much. We can't do without you. And if you've not subscribed and you're watching this video now, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that you'll be the first to get our notification once we upload. Now, let me even ask you, how did your own blessing come? Yeah, because blessings don't come in designer package all the time.
Yeah.
So I want to know, did your own come in designer package or?
I know that to some people, marriage may not even be anything, like it may not even be a blessing at all. Okay, but for me, I think it is, right? And I'm grateful for it. And really, mine didn't come in designer's pack. Yeah. But then I knew it that this is it, and
what was like like you knew it from the onset?
Yes, you know.
Or as the relationship progressed, or at the tail end, or.
One thing is, first of all, you have a priority, right? You know that I want somebody in my life that, for me, it was a man who had the fear of God, who loved me and who celebrated me, who appreciated me. One of the major things about my husband is the fact that he loved God, and that was like more than enough for me. But just so you know, at the time we met, he was in his second year in the university. I was in first year at the time, so you can imagine he didn't have anything at the time.
There are some people in second year that even the first year that drive cars that are rich.
But wait, that was not the kind of first year we were talking about. Our own was the legacy.
It wasn't a good package per se.
No, it wasn't. Actually, personally, I didn't want anybody in school. I wasn't even ready for a relationship. I wasn't even ready for a long relationship.
So what was the conviction? What eventually gave you that conviction? Because, you may want people who are not students, or you may want to date a man who, at that time, is not a student, is already established. And you could still get men like that fear God. Is it that none of them came around, or like, why did you just stick to?
Okay, that's
stick
something
to me
I
like
didn't say is that I love God. I'm so concerned about having a relationship that will not distract me from my relationship with God. Yes, it's not like there are no men that had the fear of God or had it all, but it just didn't click.
I have my own story about this whole thing.
Of course.
But I don't think I've even asked you this before. Okay. I'm interested in knowing at what point do you get. Honestly, nobody comes into this world expecting to live his life in challenge. Do you get what I mean? Okay. You're always struggling and all that. So people always want to have the way out of all those things. And to some people, it could be marriage. God by himself can decide to lift people out of poverty. Definitely. Using that means. Yeah. Do you understand? At what point, because I know I was really struggling at the time, even after school, I was still struggling. I was living in my sister's house. Even when I proposed to you, I was living in my sister's house. Even when we started attending marriage counseling, for 6 months, I was still living in my sister's house. And worst of it all is that I didn't even have a job.
Yes, or maybe you didn't have a good job.
No, I didn't have it. I was chopping NYSC money until I finished. Have you forgotten?
No, then you were working.
Okay, yes, that's true. I was a musician in a church and I was paid little money. Yes, little money that was not enough for just myself, Now I want to know at what point, because it's not something you can advise people to do.
I can't advise anybody to go into it blindly. Yes.
Nice. That's what I want to know. At what point did you get that conviction? Because I didn't come from a wealthy family. Yeah. And it didn't look like I'm going to get wealthy anytime soon. Do you understand? Okay. That is reality.
All right.
That is the real thing. You get?
Okay.
Good. So they say love is blind. Yes. But But marriage is an eye opener.
Yes.
Okay. I want to know that at what point exactly did you now know that this is it? I'm not going back.
Okay, the thing is this, I'm the kind of person that think a lot, I would say.
Okay.
I've known you, right? And
let me turn and be looking at you very well. I want to hear this one.
I've known you, and we became friends. One time I was going to learn how to play keyboard, and my husband here, he wasn't anything. I was just a member of the choir at the time. Offered to help. In fact, he came from a distance. I didn't know where he was living. I didn't know anything about him. And then even though I took all the time, and he was just like willing to let it go. It wasn't anything. Oh my God, I had a very soft spot for him that day. I was just wishing that I would find an opportunity to pay him back. Nothing about marriage. Like I said, I was not ready to do all those people, that they are not working. They are students. I wasn't ready for that kind of relationship. No, I wasn't. Okay. But I am very grateful that it happened the way it did, seriously. My husband, he's famous for working overtime, forgetting himself. So I knew that with this guy, it wasn't about, he wasn't lazy, okay? It was just someone you would admire. I am not the kind of woman that wants to hook onto a man because he has money or he didn't have money, because I actually believe in God, and in my God's given ability, I know that I can make it wherever. I am the seed that grows, and my soil is fertile. I carry both my soil and my seed together to wherever I'm going. So I didn't have the fear of whether I will make it. At one point I told him, that was even when the relationship had progressed, I said, I'm a graduate too, so if I'm working and you're working, I don't know how we will not be able to feed ourselves. You didn't look like we will be able to do that. Oh my God! You don't know this story, but you want to.
See, we're going to leave. There's a later part of this story.
Oh yes, there is.
There's a later part which is, which will dig deep later.
Yes.
It won't enter this video.
No, it won't.
So what I understand is that it's not like you were like trying to see if this was going to work.
No.
You already made up your mind.
Of course.
Even before I proposed to you.
Oh yes. Okay, just so you know, this is not really very, I don't know, but I had to ask you several times. Sometimes you said some stuff and I would be like, wait, is this proposal? Like, are you proposing? He said no. I said okay. Then we'll move again.
Oh my goodness.
Until the day it eventually happened. But I'm not part of those people that they use flowers to kneel down and propose to Sha.
I didn't do it.
You didn't
but
do it?
That's the beautiful thing about it. It's about intentionality. It's about having a vision. I believe we just wanted to be together. We're praying, we're asking God to help us put things together so that we can get married, and all that, and be together. That was the primary goal we had in that relationship. And, we didn't think about the other challenges that were going to follow, which actually followed. That's the part we are going to gist you guys about later. Not today. So we are going to tell you how it happened and how we were able to navigate through
So we didn't have any sponsor. So it's not like somebody now said, okay, since you want to marry, I'm giving you 5 million. No.
Yeah.